Each week, we look at gun museums. We call it the Firearm Museum Tour. As part of the Gun Show Loophole Tour, we've been checking out firearms museums across the country, and we're going to focus on some of the coolest ones here in this series. This week, we're going to look at another private collection that turned into a museum in Oklahoma. This one's called Woolaroc, and it's a collection at the Woolaroc Museum, and it's a Colt collection, another private collection that was entrusted to the museum to display and allow people to see the different firearms. I've only been to the Woolaroc Museum this first time, and it was a great experience. It was a weekday, and there was a group of kids, like a school of kids there, so I didn't have a lot of time. I had just got to the gun room as they were doing their tour, so this is sped up, of course, but I went through pretty quickly and just tried to get an idea of the scale and the items in the collection. But I think you can tell that it's a pretty decent sized collection, about the same size as the Autry Museum in California. It's also focused on Colts, but they're unique museums, and this one has a lot more specimens, and it's, I believe, designed to be more of a complete Colt collection, where the other one is more of an explanatory Colt collection. It had more sample pieces. This one seems to be a bit more complete. I didn't have time to really get into the collection or take a look at any of the specifics, but I did get a chance to see the whole thing and to focus on a few things here and there. You can see, though, that there's a lot of neat stuff at this museum. Now, this is not doing justice at all to the rest of Woolaroc, which is a game preserve and a museum of the American West. So there's art, social stuff, there's stuff with the native populations in the area. Really neat museum. I could recommend spending probably a couple of days to see it all. At least one day for the guns and the other stuff, and a day for the nature and hiking and that kind of thing. So I really am looking forward to getting back to Tulsa so I can explore the Woolaroc Museum again. Now that I've seen it for the first time, I'll know how much time to spend. You drive a few miles back into the museum from the gate, and you drive through all the critters and the nature preserve. You get to see some really neat natural landscape there in Oklahoma. And then again, the art and the natural history that's in the museum, that's archived in the museum, is amazing. So it's worth spending some time just wandering the museum and taking pictures and experiencing it and appreciating all the stuff that's there. So with this, we'll leave it go. We'll end it up. If you've been to the museum, let us know in the comments. Stay tuned for more in this series. I want to thank our Patreons who allow us to have the time to do these things. And as always, thanks for watching.
The guys and gals at gunwebsite.com encourage you to take a CCW course every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day.